These are love letters, but not the kind you find in movies. Not always sweet, not always soft. Sometimes they're raw, sometimes they're tired, but always real. These are words for the ones who made it through the day with nothing left to give and still found the strength to show up again tomorrow. Love letters for the overworked, the unseen, the ones who've been told they're too much or not enough. These are letters to younger selves, future selves, letters to the you that's still healing, still waiting, still holding it together in the dark. This isn't just romantic love. This is the kind of love that says, you don't have to earn your rest. Dear younger self, I know they told you you were too loud, too soft, too bright, too angry, too emotional, too hard to love. But you were never too much of anything. You were full. Full of life, of promise, of hope, full of magic they didn't understand, full of questions they couldn't answer, or selectively chose not to, full of love you were never supposed to apologize for. I see you. They all see you. I see the false smile you wore at school, in the workplace, in front of them. I see you in that room at night, holding your tears like they were secrets. You didn't deserve to carry that silence. You deserved tenderness and joy and big, loud, unstoppable love. So tonight, let me say it for you. You were worthy, even then. You are still worthy. You are triumphant, a warrior, a hero, a leader in your own right. Now rest. Sleep well. You are safe here. Love. The version of you that finally learned to accept the past. Dear you, the one who always shows up. I know, they called you too much. Too serious, too focused, too independent, too ambitious for someone like you. Yeah, but you were never too anything. You were full. Full of fire they couldn't contain. Full of effort they never rewarded. Full of strength that held everyone else up, even when no one held you. I see you, clocking in early, staying late, carrying burdens in silence. Working like your worth depended on being useful. You didn't deserve to be overlooked. You deserved recognition. Rest. A thank you that wasn't followed by a request. So tonight, let me say it for you. You have done enough. You are enough. And it's okay to stop proving and start breathing. Lay it all down. You don't have to earn peace. Peace is yours. It belongs to you. A gift from your Creator. Rest now. You're safe here. Love. The version of you that finally learned you were never invisible. Dear you, the one still waiting. I know you're waiting. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for a sign. For someone to say, yes, now you can. You keep collecting reasons. Stacking your fears like bricks. Bricks that, if not careful, could form a wall. A wall preventing you from the you see. You are convincing yourself it's wise to wait to get it perfect, to be sure, to be ready, to not fail. But here's the truth. You were ready when the dream first whispered your name. You were enough before the world ever told you otherwise. I see you. Tucking your purpose behind responsibilities, editing your shine to make others comfortable, pretending it's not time, when really, you're just scared they won't see you the way you need to be seen. But let me say it for you. They don't have to get it. You don't need their permission, and someday is just fear in a prettier dress. You were born for this. Not next year. Not after the degree. Not when you get all the money. Not once they finally clap. Right now. So tonight, take a breath. Then take a step. Even a quiet one. Even a small one. Because your destiny is waiting on you. Not the other way around. Move, baby. The door's been unlocked. Love. The version of you who finally stopped asking and started walking. Hello. I have been meaning to write to you. I know you're busy surviving, but there are things you deserve to hear. From someone who knows you better than anyone else ever could. First, no, you're not crazy. That knot in your chest. That feeling like something's missing even when everything looks fine. That's real. It's called knowing you're meant for more, even when your current life doesn't match the vision in your gut. You're not ungrateful. You're growing. I remember how you keep pretending you're okay because you're too scared to take up too much space. Because you don't want to be a burden. Because silence feels safer than rejection. You have nothing to prove, and even less to apologize for. You have always been more powerful than you let yourself believe. And even when you were uncertain, even when you bent yourself into shapes to be liked, you were still you. Brilliant, intuitive, and stubborn in all the right ways. You didn't fail. You outgrew the version of life that no longer fits. And no, not everyone will understand your becoming. Let them misunderstand you. They'll catch up later. Or not. It is not your job to shrink, just so they feel comfortable watching you fly. One more thing. Stop waiting to feel ready. You're ready now. Imperfect. Still healing. Still learning. And ready. So go on, say what you mean. Show up for yourself. Laugh from your belly again. Sleep without guilt. Start building the life you keep daydreaming about in silence. I'm proud of you. Not the version they wanted, you always have been. Loves the you who finally stopped dimming her light. Dear person who is afraid to say no, you didn't always have to pick up the phone. You definitely didn't always have to come when they called. You didn't always have to carry what wasn't yours. But you did. You did it because you were taught that love looked like self-abandonment, that your closeness came with a cost, that being there meant being drained. This love letter is for the younger version of you, the one who gave and gave and gave until there was barely anything left, the one who said yes even when everything in her body whispered no.